Hi everyone, it's Nikki again, and in this video I am here to tell you about the books I read in May. I almost forgot the month, and the books I'm going to read in June. First, let's start with May. I was pretty ambitious for doing, I think it was 3 read-a-thons, and I think I picked 5 books for each one. So I didn't get them all read, but I did read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which I'm happy about. I'm just going to start from the top and go to the bottom. The first book I read, well, not the first book, this is actually the last book I read, The Poison Garden, an Elizabeth I mystery, and it is actually Elizabeth I solving a mystery with at least, in this one, at least one person who was real. Her, I don't want to say nurse because of Blackadder, but her nurse, Cat Ashley, helped her out in this. Also watch Blackadder, especially series 2, season 2, whatever. Next I did read Death at Wentwater Court, which was about Daisy Dalrymple, who went to Wentwater Court and solved a mystery with an inspector from Scotland Yard. And it was really good because Daisy was good and the inspector took her advice and listened to her, which I actually liked a lot, because in a lot of books where anybody who isn't a detective works with a detective, man or woman, they're always like, oh, you don't know anything, but not in this one. The next one I have is When Christ and His Saints Slept, which I had stalled on, and I read it in a week. I actually stayed up till 2 a.m. finishing it because the last couple chapters were longer than I thought they would be. But I really liked it, and it's funny because at the end, because it starts out about Queen, or Empress Maud, I should say, and it ends with her son Henry I, or II, and Eleanor of Aquitaine, and they're like super in love and all this stuff, and you're like, oh, that's gonna end badly. And then he goes, there's Thomas Becket, who's like a friend, and I'm like, that's gonna end super bad. So that was fun. You're like, oh, yay, but also, oh, no. Okay, next I read this Nancy Drew book, which it was fun. It was a Nancy Drew book written in, let's find out, 1996. So it's not the first, what is this one? 56, so it was alright. I think that I have they're in that bookcase over there. I have the hardback that I got from Costco of all places. I think you can get in like a pack of 12. I think I have 20 something, and those I like actually a lot better than these paperback ones. Next is Titan AE, Akima's Story. It was fine. I like the movie, I remember. I just don't remember a lot about the movie, and this didn't help. And then I think a couple months ago I read Kale's Story. Again, it was fine. I don't remember much. Next one is Snobbery with Violence. It was okay. It was cute. I think they call it a cozy mystery, like Daisy Dalrymple. Yeah. I don't know if I'd read another one, but it was cute. I liked it. And then finally is Hallowed Murder, Jane Lawless mystery, which is about Jane Lawless, who's a lesbian, and she solves a murder of her no. She went to I have lost all words. What did she go to? A sorority, and one of the current sorority girls dies, and Jane figures it out. But she's gay. Super gay, and I love it, and I'm gonna read more. Because Ellen Hart is gay as well, and we must support our gays. Yes. Yes, we shall. It's like 12:01, and I'm just weird. Okay, let's put these over here. These two I'm giving away because that was my plan all along. The rest I am keeping. So those go down there. I'm actually going to try to see if I can give them away to the library. Because I've tried selling books at little bookshops, but they didn't want to take a lot of them, and there's a lot of books I don't want anymore, and the library should take them. Okay, so next we have my friend Caro's reading challenge called the Pentathlon Reading Challenge. It is for June, and she came up with 8 prompts. I will link it below. And you don't have to read all 8, you only have to read 5. So I picked 5 because I figured if I could read 7, I could probably read 5. But I'm also adding in another Nancy Drew book because I have a whole pile and I would like to get through them. So this isn't part of the challenge. This isn't part of the challenge. This is just a book for me to read. Because it's, well, it's like weird on the back right there. Because it's short and it's interesting. I bought them when I was a kid. I'm going to read them. Those are the rules I have set myself. Okay. So, the first prompt is mythology. And on the Twitter, there was a list of a bunch of mythology books. But in the thread, there was a picture of my favorite, Wonder Woman. And that's what I'm going to be reading. Wonder Woman Warbringer. Don't at me. There's a picture of her. It's mythology. It counts. Because I love her so much. And I need to read this book. And I like Leia Bardugo. Ooh, I butchered that, I'm sure. And I just need to read this. I need to read it. I should stop putting it off. I buy books and then I don't even, read them. I just hoard. I hoard books. I'm a hoarder. So that's the first one I'm doing. The second prompt is a book originally written in a language other than English. This book was on my last month's challenge for one of them. It is The Map of the Sky by Felix J. Palma. It is a sequel to... I have it somewhere. The Map of Time. And I believe it is... I know it's translated, but I believe it's translated from Spanish. And it is... The Map of Time was about H.G. Wells and the Time Machine, and this is H.G. Wells and the War of the Worlds. Sort of like a retelling. And I really liked the first book, and I bought the other two. This one and a third one, and I want to read this. So, I get to do what I want. Third one is Family by Blood or Choice, which I'm not doing. A book with a main character who is LGBTQ+ is 4, which I am not doing. A book loved by someone you know is 5, which I'm not doing. What I am doing is number 6, nonfiction on a subject that you're interested in. And that is this, She-Wolves by Helen Castor, the women who ruled England before Elizabeth. I believe this was also in a June challenge that I wanted to read, when it talks about Maud, Eleanor of Aquitaine, and a couple others. Yes, and you gotta love women, especially women queens. All women are queens, I don't know what I'm talking about. 7 is a book written in the first half of the 20th century. I actually Googled 20th century to make sure I had this right, and that is Anne of Green Gables, which was written in, or published in 1908, so that counts. And I have read this before, because this spine is broken here, and in the back, but I don't remember it, and I liked the TV show. I don't know, it was Canadian, and I don't know how I got it in California. I don't think it was PBS or anything, but I got this, and there were a couple like other Canadian, Australian shows that I watched, and I don't even remember what channel they were on, but yes, I want to read it again. I have the first 2, and then maybe I'll get the others from thrift books. And then finally, number 8 is Faraway Lands, and I have picked J.R.R. Tolkien, The Book of Lost Tales. If this is not a faraway land, I'm not sure what is. I think it's just like all the stuff that's sort of mentioned, maybe not in the appendix, but it's just sort of like the stuff that everybody in Middle Earth knows, and now we get to know. So yeah, I got that. And that is it. So I will link the Twitter account there. You can sign up. I think you can sign up to join through sometime in June. It'll say on the Twitter. And then, what else was I going to link below? Oh yeah, I have a Patreon, which I'm going to link below. I have a Goodreads, which I'm going to link below. And I'm also going to link, I talk about thrift books. Most of my books come from thrift books nowadays because they're cheaper, and I don't really mind used books. And they have an affiliate program, but it doesn't work in California, which is where I am. So I actually tweeted about it, and they said to try to use Tell a Friend. So I'm going to put the Tell a Friend link down below as well, and you can sign up and check it out or not. That's fine either way. And I think that's everything. Books. Yep, that's everything. Okay. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you. I was going to say next month, but I actually might do 2 more videos this month, because it's now June. Happy June. About way back there on that top shelf right there are all my Roger the Chapman books. I might talk about those, and then I might make a video about how much I love Wonder Woman, and there will probably, oh dear, my hair, what is happening? And there will probably be crying in that Wonder Woman video because I love her so much, and I love her, and I love everything she stands for. which is why I'm reading a book. Okay, that's everything. I will see you later. Bye.